More breaking news. Obama's intelligence chief now in a full-blown panic move, selling out Obama on live television. We've got the footage stating that Obama was behind everything. RWN reports that this is the epitome of hypocrisy from the deep state and the people who buy into their fake narratives. Deep state agent, former director of national intelligence James Clapper confirmed on national television that President Barack Obama should be credited with launching a whole sequence of events that led to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation of Russia collusion allegations. Take a look at this.
If it weren't for President Obama, we might not have done the intelligence community assessment that we did that set off a whole sequence of events which are still unfolding today, notably Special Counsel Mueller's investigation. President Obama is responsible for that, and it was he who tasked us to do that intelligence community assessment in the first place. I think,
my friends, what you just witnessed there is an absolute bombshell confession. Clapper knew exactly what he was saying, and he's doing whatever he can to get out of the way of the steamroller that's about to crush him by throwing Obama right in front of it. As you saw from that video, Clapper gave full credit to former President Barack Hussein Obama for putting into motion the entire sequence of events which have led to what we are seeing today, the massive waste of time and taxpayer money that the Mueller investigation has caused. Now let's go back over what exactly he said. He said, quote, "If it weren't for President Obama, we might not have done the intelligence community assessment that we did, that set up a whole sequence of events which are still unfolding today, including Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation." He continued, "The President Obama is responsible for that. It was he who tasked us to do that intelligence community assessment in the first place." Let me repeat that. This point needs to be driven home. And this is the point that you need to tell all of your friends, all of your family, all of your coworkers, from sea to shining sea. This video needs to be shared on every single social media platform. The link is below. I cannot implore you enough. The deep state rats are turning on their leader, Barack Obama. He said President Obama should be credited with launching the whole sequence of events that led to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation of Russia collusion. Obama knew this. He knew this, even as he mocked President Trump, who asserted that the election was rigged. Remember this?
Repeatedly now, Donald Trump has said that this election will be rigged against him. Can you promise the American people that this election will be conducted in a fair way?
It is, I don't even really know where to start on answering this question. Of course the elections will not be rigged. What does that mean? The federal government doesn't run the election process. States and cities and communities all across the country, they're the ones who set up the voting systems and the voting booths. And if Mr. Trump is suggesting that there is a conspiracy theory that is being propagated across the country, including in places like Texas, where typically it's not Democrats who are in charge of voting booths. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense, and I don't think anybody would take that seriously. But this will be an election like every other election. And, you know, I think all of us at some points in our lives have played sports, or maybe just played in a schoolyard or a sandbox, and sometimes folks, if they lose, they start complaining that they got cheated. But I've never heard of somebody complaining about being cheated before the game was over.
Being cheated before the game was over? As you uttered those words, Obama, you were rigging the game. So no matter the outcome, you could ensure victory. The election was rigged. Obama lied. Yes. Since Clapper wanted to ensure that Americans give credit where credit is due, he confirmed that Barack Hussein Obama is the one responsible for the events leading to the creation of Mueller's probe into the fake allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign officials and Russia. And with that, he managed to single-handedly sink the entire narrative. Yes, Clapper has just sank the entire narrative, which has kept Obama fairly unscathed throughout this entire ordeal until now. So fast forward to today. President Trump's claims were right. Obama was dirty, and he knew everything. But he blatantly lied to the American people over and over again. It's time to yank that bastard off of his cushy little vacation and drag him before Congress and make that bastard answer the questions. Be held accountable to the American people. The deep state has decided that they are going to undermine this president since the election. They have been working overtime, creating a false narrative, planting evidence, abusing the intelligence community. Every single one of these deep state rats, they need to have their security clearances revoked, and they need to do a perp walk on Constitution Avenue immediately. I've had enough of this crap. And now Clapper goes on what? MSNBC? CNN? Whatever fake news or what it is of the day. I don't know. Where is he at talking this crap? You know what? All that matters is he just admitted it. He admitted it. Obama, watch out, man. The deep state is turning on you. Friends, do your part as an American patriot right now. Share this report.
You walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. But like every one of the super-states that preceded it, it has one iron rule.
About this high-level asset that worked for several intelligence agencies at the same time. He worked for the Saudi intelligence service. He worked for the CIA, and he was being developed as a political asset in Chicago, Illinois. He was not even a United States citizen, but it was said that he was a student visa and that he was a national from another country. In 2008, everyone in the intelligence structure found out who he was. It was this individual whose name I don't like to say, who became president in 2008 of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States.
One of his code names was Renegade. His real name was Barry Sortoro, but he adopted a different name for his political career. When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did, of course, was he defunded our military. He brought down the resources that they got. But then he ordered our military in many instances and in various theaters to attack our allies and to defend and supply and help our enemies. That's exactly how he created ISIS. He would say publicly that the military were going to bomb our enemies, but then he would have the military actually bomb enemies of ISIS, our allies. He gave ISIS funding and equipment by basically ordering our military to take equipment into a certain theater and then abandon it. And the commanders would say, that's ridiculous. We'd just be handing that stuff over to ISIS. And the president's office would say, don't question orders, just follow your orders.